Well, joining us now is Agnes Gitau, an East Africa political and economic analyst. Agnes, a very warm welcome to the programme. Great to have your company. Just tell me your initial reaction to the election result.
You know, Julie, it was almost expected. In Africa, it's almost impossible for an incumbent to lose an election. There was a bit towards, the last month to coming to this election. There was it looked very close, and so to have the incumbent, President Uhuru Kenyatta, win the election, it was almost expected. Analysts a few months ago said this election was for Jubilee to lose. It was supposed to be very easy. They did not see the upset coming from the opposition party, but we're here now.
We're here now, and there are lots of people who feel deeply dissatisfied. They're asking themselves, we went out, 78% of people voted, and then you've got this massive amount of people who right now feel pretty underrepresented. It could be a potentially dangerous thing.
It is, unfortunately, the fact that the opposition, the people who voted for the opposition still feel that they are not represented by the current administration. And that's the challenge, Julie, in a place like Africa. They feel no matter what, yesterday President Kenyatta, when he was declared the winner, gave the most, I think for me, the most emotive speech he has ever given, calling the nation to pull together and that everybody is a winner. Unfortunately, not everybody feels that way. And the biggest challenge will be how he unites the country after this very much disputed election, like it's always been, and to move forward and rebuild Kenya.
Because I suppose one of the things he has to do is to be a kind of leader for all peoples, even those peoples who didn't vote for him.
You know, in 2007, when we had the unfortunate events, which almost what we are seeing right now happened, where Kenyans voted very peacefully, and then the outcome, people disputed the outcome. We came up with a new constitution, which is supposed to move governance from the presidency. Unfortunately, there is so much focus on the presidency. I think Kenyans should be looking at the county level, where development will be coming from, and not at the presidency. And I think we should not be so over anxious about who is the president, because ultimately the winner, the person who represents them is the county governor, the MCA, and that's where their help will come from if they feel that the presidency certainly doesn't represent them.
There's quite often a suggestion when these things happen, and I remember it happened some years ago too, of a kind of criminal element in the protesters. What do you make of that when you hear these things?
There's been counter reports that the police have been very heavy-handed by the way they're dealing with the protesters. Our constitution allows for peaceful protests and demonstrations, and the Cabinet Secretary for Security also said that Kenyans were allowed to demonstrate, but peacefully. But there has been, of course, criminal elements, but unfortunately, Julie, people have died, and this looks like what is becoming a statement of Kenya's election, which is unfortunate. Kenya is a vibrant democracy, and we should not be witnessing what we're seeing right now, sincerely.
Agnes, we'll have to leave it here. Good to see you. Thank you.